Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. No Juve kit for one simple reason, I am in a rush. I need to go with the family to Lille, not to go and sign Jonathan David, because yesterday didn't play really well against Nice, but just to go in a family day, enjoying there. Lille is a really nice little town in France, north of France, in the border of Belgium. So that's what I will do this morning, and I'm really in a rush, so no edits and so on. But before leaving home, I promised you yesterday I wanted to do a small video giving my opinion about Rovella. Of course, we'll speak also about Pellegrini, but Rovella is an important one. This evening, important test against Atalanta. For the people that are here on the channel, we will do a watch-along. Depending what time I will go home, I will try even to anticipate the pre-game. Usually I start like 1 hour before the game. Depending a bit, I will try to anticipate so that we can really speak along about Pellegrini, about Rovella, about all the players that you want. Habib Diarra, Kefren Thuram and so on, but absolutely that's not the case. Important test, because it will be the last one before traveling to Udinese, where we will play the first game of Serie A next Saturday, 20th of August. Who will be in the starting lineup? Today I was reading the pages, I saw McKennie starting lineup from Tuttosport, but from the information I have, not that I'm better than Tuttosport, but from the information that I have, McKennie should not be ready to play today, so let's see. I will not speak too much because that's something that we will do in the pre-game today during the watch-along. You know, I have a feeling, but it's a feeling, it doesn't mean anything. I have a feeling that Dean Huijsen could potentially be a starter today. Will it happen or not? I don't know. Anyway, it will be an important test. Let's go now to Rovella Pellegrini deal. Yesterday, again, social media overreacting. I understand that people are sad. I am sad. Did I really want Rovella to leave Juventus? No. And if you follow the channel, well, you know what is my opinion about the player. The player that I described a few days ago like the surprise of Juventus 23-24. I really thought that we needed a player with a high football IQ, player that loves to unmark himself receiving the ball, even if there is pressing from the opposition team, he always knows what to do with the ball. He always has the ball, you know. I will not exaggerate, but some characteristic a la Pirlo in terms of asking for the ball, always putting his body in the right position and knowing what to do with that. Then the qualities of Pirlo, it's another world, of course, so let's not exaggerate. And I like the player. And I said, I believe he would be the surprise of 23-24. He could, after a few games, even, in my opinion, being a starter of that Juve. Yesterday I made a long video where I explained, and go back and watch it, all the possible reasons why it could have been sold, why it could have been on the market. Not that I wanted, but explaining you what were the reasons. And there were a lot, like one competition only, less playing time for a player that wanted reassurance. He wanted to have a lot of minutes in his leg. The fact that we need to cash in, Dusan Vlahovic that is not sold. Today, if you are reading the papers, what do you see? Dusan Vlahovic and Federico Chiesa, so I'm speaking about both, and not Tuttosport that is a bit friendly with Juventus. We are speaking about the one that is hating Juve, Gazzetta dello Sport. Well, they are telling us Juventus could potentially keep both of them, not one, but both of them, Dusan Vlahovic and Federico Chiesa, thanks to the sales of Zaccaria, the sales of Rovella Pellegrini, the sales of the winter. There are still a few players in that list. Sule, McKennie, Nicolussi, Miretti. Not all of them will leave, but all these players are on the market. So it's not sure that these will stay. Even Ealing Jr., Kostic, not that Ealing and Kostic will leave, but one of them, for example. One between Miretti and Nicolussi. So Juventus went to the strategy like, okay, we can't, not that the supporters doesn't want us, so we listen to them, no. But the deal collapsed. Lukaku, Vlahovic, there is no interest anymore, concrete interest for our Serbian player, because Bayern just signed Kane. Other teams, they signed their striker. Mbappé staying at the moment at Paris Saint-Germain, so we keep him. We are happy to keep him. Repeated many times by Allegri, also by Giuntoli. We keep our player, but of course, we need to find alternative, because it's not because, the deal collapsed, all our financial problems disappear. No, they are still there. So yes, I am sad about Rovella that I believe could have been there. But mamma mia, when you are reading social media, when you are reading the Telegram group that we have, when you are reading, mamma mia, the comments in YouTube, looks like we sold a combination, a combo between Modric, Kroos, Casemiro, Camavinga, Tchouaméni. Let's not exaggerate. It's a potential player. it's a player that we are scouting, that we were able to sign like 2 or 3 seasons ago. I believe 3 seasons ago. Beautiful deal for Juventus, even if it was a bit expensive back then. And that we will never test. We are sad probably about the potential. Today I'm sad about the potential of Nicolo Rovella. What he could have been at Juve. I'm not sad about the quality of the player that we are losing today. Because yes, last season he played really well with Monza. Really well. One of the best players of Monza. Okay, we are okay. But I didn't see him at Juve, except of 2-3 games at the beginning of the season where he did well. What could he be? I'm sad, not about the quality today. So I don't want, to go and exaggerate about the player that if I have to choose between Vlahovic, Chiesa, Bremer, or Rovella and some kids that unfortunately at the moment are not or didn't prove yet to be able to stay at Juve, well, my choice has been made. Especially if you tell me on the paper that there is a real interest for Khéphren Thuram. Because yesterday I watched the game of Nice. I watched a few games last season without really watching the player because I didn't know that he would maybe possibly link to Juve. So I had a bit of interest last season where I thought he's a good player. Beginning of June, I was already starting in a Telegram group saying, you know what, go and watch that guy Thuram without really believing it because he has a high value. Yesterday, fantastic player. If you tell me today, on the 12th of August, Beppe, Thuram is coming in, Rovella, Zaccaria are leaving, grazie, masterclass, Giuntoli cooking on fire, Giuntolismo, whatever you want to. There is absolutely no doubt about the player that I want at Juve. Khéphren Thuram is, at the moment today, much more ahead of a Rovella that is a potential really great player. 21 years. You know what is annoying me? That we are selling him to Lazio. Because Lazio, we know it, over the years has never given us one single euro of discount for Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. And that annoys me that we are giving a player like this for Lotito, especially if the numbers that are around will be confirmed. Because I didn't speak about the numbers at the moment because I didn't read the official communication from Juventus. From the moment that we have that official communication, I can be pissed off. Because yes, if it's true that Rovella, we are selling him for 17 million and Pellegrini for 4, if this is true, without extra blah, 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 it's really low. You are not creating any big profit on the players, not even profit on the players. Is it because we were in a rush? Is it because we are rushing to sign another player and we had to take a decision? Is it because the player explicitly asked to leave and he has put us under pressure? Is it because we checked and we were able to understand that it's a player that in terms of physical condition is not a reliable player, and already having a Pogba, we don't want to take any risk? Could be. I don't know. That's why we sold him in discount. I have no idea. Then other rumors are saying that potentially Juventus could have inserted a 20% resell clause, which would change totally everything, because with the Mercato, Jurgen Klopp liking it or not, but with the new Mercato where a lot of players are easily reaching 100 million euro, well, 20% of 100 million is 20 million euro cashing in a few years, on top of the, let's say, 17 million euro you are cashing in. Then we arrive already at 37. That's a total different amount for the prospect Rovella. So, I close the video, ragazzi. What I think about Rovella Pellegrini, if it's true, really cheap. Am I sad for Pellegrini? No. For Rovella, yes. Because I thought that he could have been the surprise of Juve. But will I be desperate? Will I start to protest? Especially knowing that we have one competition, that we lost a lot of money, that this can potentially give us space to keep big players that can make the difference and already prove themselves in Serie A. My choice is done. And then, if this is the consequence, to go for Khéphren Thuram. Khéphren the dream. Then, maybe tomorrow I will be really sad because we go for not Khéphren Thuram, but Amrabat, which is a great player that I like, and you know the history. Or maybe we go for the unknown player, Habib Diarra. That is a really great potential, but then potential for potential, probably I keep Rovella. Anyway, ragazzi, put a maximum of like also on this video if you want to, and we see each other later today for the watch along. Grazie, forza, Juve.